Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been doing well. I wanted to go ahead and thank you guys so much for your comments and your DMs from my last video where I talked about how someone tried to take my Birkin right off the street. I've rewatched that video and I think I was definitely still processing things in that video, the way that I sounded and how I was laughing at a few things. I think I was just still in a little bit of shock as I was kind of telling you guys the story because I still even couldn't believe that it happened myself. And it's one of those things where it almost felt like a dream. Like, it was so fast. Like, I don't think I mentioned this, but like the entire interaction couldn't have lasted more than 30 seconds. And if it wasn't for this injury, like right here, and my arm being sore a few days after, I think there's a part of me that kind of blocked it out and would have thought that like it was a dream or something like that. Which, speaking of, since last week, this is kind of funny because when I wake up, I know that I'm fine, but I've been having like kind of weird dreams lately where my bags are being stolen or stuff, or they're being damaged in some way. And I'm pretty sure it's a total trauma response to that incident from last Thursday. It's just funny to me because I feel like that's just how my brain is processing things. And when I wake up, I do feel fine. And the dreams aren't scary dreams. They're just kind of like, they're more anxiety dreams, I think, if that makes sense. So they're not nightmares in the sense that I feel like something terrible is happening to me or that I feel like I'm in danger. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into today's video. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a vintage haul. It's only 4 pieces I want to show you guys. And 3 of these items are from DCT Vintage, which I have just had a really great purchase experience with fairly recently when I bought my Bottega bag. And I will link to that video in case you missed it. But they have pretty frequent sales. So I would follow them on Instagram or sign up for their mailing list because I've noticed since I started following them a few months ago that they do have pretty frequent sales. And obviously with shopping vintage or secondhand, there's always a danger because it's not like these items are in mass production anymore, that if you had your eye on something and someone else could buy it. And that did happen to me because I've kind of been on the hunt for a Jackie bag, but during their last sale, I was flying the day that their sale went live. And by the time I landed to check to see if it was still in stock, someone else had bought it. So obviously there's definitely a danger of that happening, but I feel like they get pretty good shipments of things where, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? If it's right timing and I happen to be there when it's on sale and I get it, then it's great. If not, it's just a handbag. It's no big deal. Like, another one will come around. So during their last winter sale, I went ahead and purchased a few things. So one of them is this right here, and I'm gonna need to get out of the way a little bit. So this is the keepall bandolier in the 55 version, and I do have the 45 version, but I have found that that one is just a little bit small for me. Like, that 45 I think is a really good overnight bag, and it's a really good bag for if you need to carry some stuff on the airplane, because that 45 size can fit in the seat in front of you, so it could be your personal item if you were also carrying a rollerboard on top of that. I really wanted something for weekends, so I was kind of on the hunt for a pre-loved keepall 55. I specifically wanted the bandolier version with the long strap because I know for a bag of that size, I'm gonna need to put it on my shoulder. Like, I just can't carry it all the time by the handles. I will say though, this isn't gonna be a bag that I will travel on the airplane with because I don't wanna check it. So it's gonna be purely for road trips and things like that. And my budget was gonna be under $1,000. Now, you can find these, just the keepall version without the bandolier strap. You can find them on the pre-loved market for like amazing deals. Like, I've seen, especially with vintage LV canvas, like, it's so much sturdier, it's so much more well made. Like, if you didn't care about the strap, you could definitely find lots of them for a really great price. But for me, I definitely wanted the strap. I wanted something that was from the 90s, so I wanted something that was more vintage LV. So when I saw this pop up on DCT Vintage and I looked at the price, so at their most recent winter sale, the price that I ended up paying was under $800. It ended up being $791.52. So I'm very happy with that. And there is, you know, a little bit of wear and tear. It's kind of hard to see. Like, there's some little wear and tear here on the leather. As far as I can tell, it seems like all the wear and tear is on the leather parts, not the canvas. The canvas looks really, really good. Here you can see that it does say 55 right there, so you know this is a 55 size. I've had experience getting things repaired from LV in the past. The leather parts for my eye care bag, I've used that bag for so many years, and the handles at one point were cracking, and this part right here was like completely falling apart. So LV can totally replace the leather parts. So one pro tip about shopping pre-loved is don't be scared of damage that's on the leather part. As long as the canvas is intact, you should be fine. I mean, I think it's like a couple $100. I don't know off the top of my head like the most recent prices for leather repair, but they can definitely repair the leather part. So with this, I still think it's in great condition and it's not going to need any repair for a very, very long time. And I'm totally fine with the wear that it does have. Okay, so the next two items I have actually came as a set, so they were selling them together. Before I show you guys the items, let me tell you what I got. So I got two vintage Gucci bags. They're both tote bags, and the total price for both of them I paid after the sale was $252.20. And one of them was a bag that I've actually been kind of looking for, and I was surprised to have found it. To me, I feel like that is an amazing price. I'm very, very happy with the price that I paid because I actually don't even need both tote bags. I was happy to pay that price for just one of the tote bags. So in my opinion, I almost got two bags for one. And I'm actually probably going to sell the other bag because I don't really think I have space in my collection or need both bags. So let me show you guys. The first one I got, and this is the one that I had been eyeing and looking for, is this Gucci tote bag right here. And you can see that this has the old logo right there. This is actually a patch pocket, so you can put your phone or something like that right here. And then this is the inside, and it's just a really easy grab and go tote. It fits very comfortably over the shoulder like this. I'll do some mod shots later, and then here is the back of it. And there is definitely some wear and tear, but it's all stuff that I can live with. So with the way that this tote bag is, you can see that the corners are very sharp. And so there is a little damage to the canvas at the corners right there. And I don't know if you guys can see that. I know you can't repair cracked canvas, so I think that's part of the reason why the price was so good. But for me, I just kind of feel like these corners are so sharp. This is kind of inevitable wear and tear. And the cracks are pretty tiny and they don't go through to the inside of the bag. Like the inside of the bag is still fine. Between the price and what I think I can get the cost per wear down, like I'm not going to be upset if I need to retire this bag in a couple years. And then the other parts are like kind of right here. The leather is pretty worn and dry and doesn't look in amazing shape, like you can see right here too. But this, honestly, like I could live with this. This is fine. The strap is in really good shape. There's no pilling or stains or anything on the strap, so that's really good. And I just feel like this is a really great, easy tote bag that I can fit a lot into. And I just really like the slim profile, but it can still fit a lot. I'm pretty sure it can fit my laptop. If you guys need me to do like an actual review after I've used this bag for a while, let me know. But I just love the vintage vibes with the red and green strap, and this outside pocket I think is just going to be like very, very handy. So this is the one that I had been kind of on the hunt for. Even though it's not in pristine condition, the price was enough for me to take a gamble, and I'm actually really happy that I did. So the second bag that it actually came with is a very similar tote, and it basically looks like this. Instead of the fabric handles, it has these leather handles right here, and this is the back of it. It's made out of that same coated canvas material. I just have such a good experience with this coated canvas material based off of having used my Gucci crossbody for years and years. So this one is similar with the other, where the leather trim is in not great shape. There's just a little bit of dryness and wear and tear along there. And same kind of thing, just the tiniest little crack on the corner, which with the way that this is constructed and how sharp the corners are, I just feel like this is very normal wear and tear in my personal opinion. And it hasn't affected the structure of the bag at all because it's just the corner piece and the inside is still intact. The main difference I would say are the straps. So this one, like I said, is leather, and this is not a pocket. This is just part of the design. And the back right here, this, you can see this as well. This is not a pocket either. This is just a leather design right there, is the zipper. So this one actually has a zipper, and you can see that this is the old Gucci logo right there. And the zipper is very smooth. So yeah, I actually do really like this one too. I think aesthetically, I am sort of leaning towards this a little bit more just because it's giving me more vintage vibes. I don't know, there's just something about the strap that I really, really like. But I also really like the fact that this one has a zipper, so it could really keep your items more secure. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Which design do you like better? Let me know in the comments below. Do you like the one with the zipper, or do you like the one with the fabric handles? For me, I also just really like the fact that this one has an outside pocket. So I don't know, I'm not really sure which one I'm going to keep, but I don't really think I'm going to keep both of them. Who knows? But I'm sort of leaning towards keeping this one and then maybe selling this one on Fashionphile. Not 100% sure, but I would really love to know which one you guys like more. So let me know in the comments. All right, so speaking of Fashionphile, my last reveal is going to be from Fashionphile. I picked this up on that infamous day where someone tried to mug me when I was carrying my Birkin bag. So it was that day when I went to Cartier and then I went to Neiman Marcus, and the Fashionphile studio in San Francisco is on the 3rd floor of Neiman Marcus. And I generally prefer to pick up my items at Fashionphile because it's so close to me. And when I sell there, I just walk into the studio, which is really nice because I don't have to deal with UPS or ship my items or anything like that. So I can just take all my items there in person. So here is the Fashionphile dust bag, and I was kind of on the hunt for this for a while. I actually came very close to pulling the trigger on this bag in Japan, and I was looking for a different version, but without further ado, let's just reveal what it is. So it is a vintage saddle bag in the denim. Oh, it's stuck. Here we go. Vintage saddle bag in denim. So I was kind of on the hunt for a vintage saddle bag. The ones I saw in Japan at the time when I was there, I was pretty much looking just at leather versions. I didn't want the oblique version. I really wanted a leather version, like a really nice tan color or a black color. And when I ended up getting the Celine bag in that tan color, I kind of was like, well, they're kind of similar sizes, so I don't think I should get this in the tan anymore. And I came home and I was thinking about it more, and I was like, well, I really do want to add a denim bag to my collection because I don't have a denim bag. And then I saw this, and Fashionphile, I think, had a Lunar New Year sale. I can't remember what the details of the sale were. I think it was something like the items they already had on sale were an extra 10% off. So I ended up scoring this for about $1,400, which is obviously still expensive for a denim bag, but for a denim DIOR saddle bag, I was really okay with. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. I think it's so cute, and it does fit comfortably over my shoulder. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like the most generous drop, but it does fit comfortably over my shoulder like that. Definitely not a style that's for everyone, and I totally understand that, but I really just love the gold hardware. I love the leather strap here, and then you can see the CDs on this side as well. And then there's this D hanging from there. The hardware definitely has a little bit of weight to it, which is another reason why I'm glad I went with the denim version, not the leather version, because I think the leather would be slightly heavier. And you can see this is the vintage version because it has the Velcro right there. And this is the inside. And there is a little bit of wear and tear to the bag, but I actually kind of think the wear on this bag looks good, if that makes sense. So it is denim, and just the way with this darker color. For example, here's some wear. You can see the imprint of the snap button closure on the back for the back pocket, and that's what it looks like. But I actually think this part of the denim adds so much more character to the bag. And maybe I'm crazy, but I just actually really think these little marks here and there just add a lot of character. And there's something about this dark denim with the brown that I just really, really love. So yeah, this is what it looks like on my frame. Let me know what you think of this. I know it's not a style that's for everybody. And honestly, I don't even really know if this style would be considered super popular anymore, because I feel like it really blew up a few years ago and everyone was getting their hands on one. And at the time I kind of was just like not really into it. But for some reason, when I saw this version, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I really, really want this. But also, I'm not really one that really cares about trends. Like, I'm still wearing my Chloe Susanna boots that like everyone was going crazy for 10 years ago. And I'm still happily wearing them since I just like what I like, and I'll just try to incorporate it into my wardrobe somehow. But yeah, those are my 4 new to me vintage bags. They're all vintage. They're all at least 20 years old. This one I think is from 2001, and I have no idea how old the Gucci ones are, but just based on the logo, I know that they're very, very old. And for the keepall bandolier in the 55, I did look up the date code, and it is from May 1999. So yeah, every single bag that I just showed you is over 20 years old. Really, really happy about these new bags, and I can't wait to use them. So yeah, that is about it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, thank you guys so much for your comments and your DMs. They really did mean a lot to me last week. So I want to say that how appreciative I am of every single one of you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really love for you to join me on here. And with that, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.